Sierra Leonean President Julius Maada says his administration is introducing measures to jumpstart the economy, create jobs and reduce unemployment. His remarks followed a series of meetings with American investors where he underscored the opportunities and the business-friendly environment in Sierra Leone. VOA's Clottey sat down with President Maada and asked him about the economy he inherited when he was elected president nearly 6 months ago.
It's been extremely difficult taking over an economy that was so battered at the time. But because we are committed, and I made a pledge to the people of the Sierra Leone that we ensure that we have efficient political and economic management of the state, I have set in motion a series of homegrown reforms to help manage the economy.
So what steps are you taking to mitigate some of the effect of having no money? Public sector workers have not been paid fully well. The previous government borrowing money to pay public sector workers. Heavy burden, as you call it. How are you resolving some of these challenges?
With 3 executive orders, I was able to start taking in some money. Domestic revenue mobilization was a serious problem because there are too many leakages in the system. So we instituted serious measures to make sure that we can take in as much as we can from internal revenue. We have also put in place reforms to make sure that all departments put their money in the consolidated fund. We are also managing expenditure. With these few, we have been able to keep running the state and to even go to the point of supporting or launching the free education program without a single cent from anywhere else around the world except in Sierra Leone.
You talked about free quality education for Sierra Leonean students. How sustainable is this? And because, you know, starting a program or a policy is easy to do. When you are not there, another president might say, okay, we don't have money to do that, so we go back to the old system. How sustainable would this policy be in your administration and years to come?
In fact, it is the flagship project of this particular administration. What basically we are doing is to put premium on the human capital, which has been neglected for a very long time. Because when we talk about Sierra Leone, what most people think about immediately is diamonds, gold, iron ore, bauxite, rutile, you name it. What this administration is saying that there is an important asset that we have. That is the target of development, the human being. The only way to make us useful in this modern world is to have education, quality education. So what we want to do is to make sure that we lay a solid foundation, not one that is prescribed from outside, but one that is a result of our own internal brainstorming, which we have done. And if any government were to come and want to change that, I don't think you are going to be in power for too long because the people are feeling the benefit. The kids are very happy. They are able to go to school. And we know that education is good for personal and also national development.
Mr. President, you talked about corruption. You recently established a commission to look into acts of public corruption. Now, some of your critics are saying this is a ploy by your administration to go after your predecessors. Just a witch hunt, they said. How do you respond to that?
Corruption, I have said, is a threat to national security. We are reeling out of a civil war that lasted for 11 years in that country. We cannot continue to commit the same mistakes that were committed by our predecessors. We have to check corruption. And the impunity with which the leadership has been corrupt is what we want to nip in the bud now. The judicial inquiry which we have instituted is going to look at those who have been involved in acts of corruption. They are going to be supported by our own local judges to look at it in a free and fair manner. Should anybody in my administration be involved in that, he or she is going to have a day in a court and account for that.